Hello everyone, this is Srivatsa here, presenting an assembly level language program to check whether a given string is a palindrome or not. Before digging right into the program, first we should know that what is a palindrome. A palindrome is a word or a phrase that reads the same from the forward as well as the backwards. In other words, a string of characters should be the same if the string is reversed. For example, the word madam. Madam spells M-A-D-A-M from the forward and it also spells M-A-D-A-M from the backwards. And the second example for a palindrome is radar. It spells R-A-D-A-R from the forward and it also spells R-A-D-A-R from the backwards. And the third example is the word which we use most commonly in our daily lives, which is mom. It spells M-O-M from the forward and M-O-M from the backwards. The first line of the program says dot model space small. Dot model reserves memory for code and the data segment, and small stores 64 kilobit of memory for both the segments. And second line of the program says dot stack. It is a segment which is used to store temporary data and or instructions. The third line of the program marks the beginning for the data segment. The data segment can be used to initialize the data. It can also be used to mention the offset address of the data. In the data segment, the first instruction is strdb space radar. This statement initializes the string with the variable name str1. Each character in a string has a size of 1 byte each. The next statement in the data segment is L space DW space 5. Here, L is a variable which holds the size of the str1. In this case, the size of the str1 is 5. Hence, the value of L is 5. The next statement is rstr space db space 10 space dup and a question mark in the brackets. This line reserves 10 bytes of memory and it duplicates all those 10 bytes with question marks. The line 7 and 8 of the program are used to display output messages. The ninth line of the program is dot code. This line marks the beginning of the code segment. In the code segment, the first statement is main proc far. This statement tells the assembler that when it is called, it can fetch the data or instructions from other segments as well. Here, instead of main proc far, we can also use main proc small, but that will not allow you to fetch the data from the other segments. The third instruction in the code segment is move ax at data, and the fourth is move ds ax. These two lines are responsible for storing the base address of the data segment memory to the data segment register. This has to be done by using an intermediate register AX because the architecture of 8086 does not support direct transfer of data. The 13th and 14th line of the program are move ES, AX and move CX, L. In the 14th line, the value of L is copied to the CX. CX is also known as the counter register. As the value of L is defined 5 in the data segment, so the CX register has 5. Now, the 15th and 16th line of the program says LEA SI, STR1 and LEA DI, RSTR. Here, LEA means load effective address. This instruction loads the base address of a variable to the source index or the destination index. In this case, LEA SI, STR1 loads the base address of the STR1, supposedly 100, is stored in SI, and LEA DI, RSTR, supposedly 200, is stored in the DI register. The 17th line of the program says add DI, CX. Before this instruction, DI was pointing to the 200th location, and after this instruction, the DI will point to the 205th location. We are doing this because to check whether a given string is a palindrome, we have to reverse the string. So we assign the last address of the DI register as the base address, but the DI is pointing to the 205th location. That means the 6th position in the RSTR. But our our string has only 5 characters. Hence, with the help of 18th line, that is decrement di, we decrement it by 1. The line 90 to 23 block of instructions represent a loop. In this loop, the first instruction of this loop is move al, si. This instruction copies the first content of the si register to the al. And the second line of the loop is move di, al. This copies the content of the al to the di. After indirectly shifting the first content from the si register to the di register, we now have to shift the second content. For that, we have to increment the si by 1 and decrement the di by 1. After successive transfers, the block may look like this. Now, the 24th line of the program says LEA SI, STR1, and 25th line says LEA DI, RSTR. Here, we are again storing the base address of the STR1 and RSTR to the SI and DI register respectively. The 26th line of the program says move CX, L, and again the L value is defined in the data segment, which is copied to the CX register. Now, the 27th line is CLD, which is clearing direction flag. This instruction defines the automatic increment function of SI and decrement function of the DI. Now, the 28th line of the program says REPE CMPSB. This instruction tells the assembler to compare the SI and DI registers byte by byte, where REPE means repeat till equal and CMPSB means compare string byte. The 29th of the program says CMP CX, 0, and the 30th line says J and Z no. The instruction CMP CX, 0 checks whether the CX register is 0 or not, and the second instruction jump if not 0, and NO is the label which we will define further. Now, the 31st line of the program says LEA DX, PAL. PAL is defined in the data segment. Hence, by this instruction, the offset address of the PAL is given to the DX register. And the 32nd line of the program says JMP display. This instruction jumps to the label definition display, which we will define now. Okay, now the first label NO. The label NO is defined as LEA DX, no PAL. No PAL is again defined in the data segment. This instruction means that the base address of the no-pal variable is stored in the DX register. The 34th line of the program says DISP move AH, 9, and the 35th line says int 21H. Move AH, 9 and int 21H are the instructions which are used in the function display. And the 36th and 37th line of the program move AH, 4CH and int 21H are the instructions which are used in the termination process and which are also responsible for transferring the execution control back to the DOS. The 38th and 39th line of the program defines the end of the program. Now, let us see the execution of the program. After opening the DOS box, first we have to type mount C colon / and MP. MP is the folder which I have stored the MASM file. And the next command will be C and semicolon, and in the next command line we have to type the program. For that, we have to type the command edit space file name. In this case, I am giving the file name as pl.asm. As you can see, I have already written here the program. After writing the program, we have to save the program and exit. After exiting, we have to type a command called masm space filename.asm. Here, if we get 0 errors, we have to continue further. If we get errors, then repeat the step. After getting the 0 errors, we have to type the command link space filename.obj semicolon. And then the final step of the procedure is filename.exe. It is a palindrome. Hence, red R is a palindrome. As you can see here, I have changed the input string from RADAR to RADRR. Hence, the string count is now 6, so I have made the changes here. After saving the program and exiting, I have again typed the command masm space filename dot asm semicolon. Again, I have got 0 errors. After this, I have typed link pl, obj, and the final step of the procedure is pl.exe. It is not a palindrome. Hence, RADARR is not a palindrome. Thank you. Hello everyone. Now, let us see a step-by-step procedure of how to execute an assembly level language program to check whether a given string is a palindrome or not. For that, first command you need to type is mount space C colon backslash and the folder in which you have stored the MASM file. In my computer, I have stored it in a folder called MP, so I am typing MP. The second command is cn colon. Now, the next step is to type the program. For that, you need to type the command edit space file name, which I will give it as pl dot asm. As you can see, I have typed the program and the string which I have given as input is radar. Now let us check whether it is an palindrome or not. For that, you need to save the program. For saving a program, go to file, save it, go to file again and exit. After exiting the program, the next command you have to type is masm space filename dot asm semicolon. As you can see, we have 0 errors in our program. After getting 0 errors, the next step is to type link space filename dot obj and semicolon. And the final step for the execution of the program is filename dot exe. As you can see, radar is a palindrome. Thank you.